Welcome back to the Cobra Trading Channel, everyone, where we focus on people, passion, and platforms. I'm Alex Bustos, and today we're going to be talking about that one topic that a lot of people have questions on: pre-market trading. Pre-market trading is something that people either say avoid completely, don't mess with it, it's very sketch, it can create disaster to your account. But then you see people saying they do really well pre-market, they take great positions pre-market and then sell it at the open. So there's two different sides of this coin. So I want to share with you the reasons why each person says what they say and how you can choose to take advantage of pre-market or not. Pre-market trading, first off, is very risky. Trading is risky in general. We all know that. If you're here at Cobra Trading Channel, you know we're always preaching, make sure you protect yourself, make sure you have a plan, make sure you're safe. Well, pre-market, there's a lot of drawdowns of pre-market. Let's talk about the first one, volume. Usually, volume is not as thick. There's not a ton of volume pre-market, so you can have a lot of whiplash. We made a video previously about liquidity and how important it is, so make sure to go rewatch that. If you enter a position and there's not a lot of trading going on in the pre-market and you're trying to get out of a pretty big position, it can be very difficult and you can have a lot of slippage. On top of that, you'll find if it doesn't have a lot of volume pre-market, you can see a lot of jumping around, be at $1 1 minute, then all of a sudden jump to $1.50 the next minute, and then drop down to 90 cents. And it can be very confusing and it can be very upsetting because you might get out of a position that overall you're right in, but you got tricked out because of pre-market action. And sometimes it's better to wait for all the volume to come in at the open. Now, it also depends on what market you're in. Currently, as of this recording, we're in 2021 in February, and the pre-market volume is way different. The volume is in the 10 millions for some stocks, 30 million for others. So volume is important. And this is why people are trading pre-market now, is because where there's tons of volume and it creates moves that are not jumpy. It's more smooth like it is at the open. That is something that you need to keep an eye on. So hopefully next time you decide, should I trade pre-market, you might want to ask yourself, what does the volume look like? Another point to make is at the open, we usually get a lot of emotional buying or emotional selling. You see it every time at the market open. A stock either drops crazy really quickly and then recovers, or goes spikes high really quickly and then comes back down. That can be very confusing for a trader. If you're trading pre-market, take a position and you try to hold to the open, and then you see the open happen and it go completely against you real quick, it can scare you out. And if that happens, that can be frustrating. If you're gonna trade pre-market, know this going in, size in appropriately, maybe take a smaller position so you can withstand any quick reaction that's emotional, so you're not getting emotional with that action and being part of the cause of that big move. Another thing I want to mention is if you're going to execute any trades pre-market, understand every broker is different, but understand some brokers will not let you use stop losses. You have to manually execute your trade. So you need to be aware of that. And that means if you're going to take a position, you better sit there and watch it, because if it goes against you, you need to manually cut it. And some people, like myself, we love stops. And sometimes you can't do it pre-market, so make sure you have the time. Speaking of executing trades and not being able to use stops, routes are very important pre-market. If you see on the level 2 and there's only ARCA showing up or NASDAQ showing up, you may want to select the route that is showing on the level 2 book, because that's going to allow you to get executed quicker than potentially just sitting there waiting for an execution. When it comes to pre-market, it's so important. Remember, as we talked about before, that you want to make sure that you wait for big volume. And if you're trading something that doesn't have a lot of volume, then you want to get in and out as fast as you can without a lot of slippage. You want to select the route that is shown on the level 2 book. And another thing, always look at the level 2. You want to make sure, does the bid and ask, are they very wide, meaning a wide spread, or are they very close? What does that mean? Is it showing a bid of $1.10 and an ask of $1.11? That's a close spread, very tight. Or is it showing a bid of $1 and an ask of $1.30? If you're going to take that trade, just know you're going to be chopped up. There's going to be a ton of range. you're going to be down right away usually, or you're going to lose an additional 20 cents when you try to execute. So know that and size in appropriately. Make sure you think about that before you enter a pre-market trade. So what does this mean about pre-market? It means it's your preference. If you're going to trade pre-market, you better know the risk involved around that. You better be paying attention to volume. You better be paying attention to level 2. You better know what route you're going to use to get executed quicker. And if you don't see a lot of volume, if you see a wide bid and ask, and you see that it's just chopping around, it may be better to wait for the open so you can get that volume, so you can get more tighter bid and ask, and you're not sitting there stressing out over choppiness. And sometimes, quick tip, it's important at the open, remember all of that emotions there, know that usually happens and plan for that. If you still have questions around pre-market trading, do not hesitate to go to cobratrading.com and click the live chat feature and reach out to us. Even if you're like, I don't remember what Alex said in that one video, but I really want to execute a trade, don't worry. That's why that live chat feature is there. We're happy to help you.